Who sailed the ocean blue in 1492? Christopher Columbus did. He discovered the New World for me and you. But this is something that Plato already knew 2,000 years before? This can't be true. Wishes well doing and welcome back to After They Found Atlantis. Today we're talking about the opposite continent mentioned in the dialogues, the Greek dialogues. Could it be that they knew of this opposite continent back in 400 BC, 500 BC? So let's dive into the dialogues and we can check it out, see what's happening in there.
For these histories tell of a mighty power which unprovoked made an expedition against the whole of Europe and Asia, and to which your city put an end. This power came forth out of the Atlantic Ocean, for in those days the Atlantic was navigable.
Okay, so this power came out of the Atlantic Ocean. Here's the Atlantic Ocean. This is where the power came out of.
And there was an island situated in front of the straits which are by you called the Pillars of Heracles.
And there was an island situated in front of the straits by which you call the Pillars of Hercules. So there's an island out here somewhere, and it's situated in front of the Pillars of Hercules, which is right here. This is the Pillars of Hercules.
The island was larger than Libya and Asia put together, and was the way to other islands.
Now this island was bigger than Libya and Asia put together. There's an island here bigger than that, and was the way to other islands. And was the way to other islands.
And from these you might pass to the whole of the opposite continent.
And from these you might pass to the whole of the opposite continent. So there's islands here, and from those islands you might pass to the opposite continent,
which surrounded the true ocean.
The continent surrounds the true ocean.
For this sea which is within the straits of Heracles is only a harbor, having a narrow entrance.
For this sea which is within the straits of Hercules is only a harbor having a narrow entrance. Here is the narrow entrance, and here is the sea within the straits of Hercules.
But that other is a real sea, and the surrounding land may be most truly called a boundless continent.
But that other is a real sea. A real sea. And the surrounding land may truly be called a boundless continent. The boundless continent.
Now in this island of Atlantis there was a great and wonderful empire which had rule over the whole island and several others, and over parts of the continent, and, furthermore, the men of Atlantis had subjected the parts of Libya within the columns of Heracles as far as Egypt, and of Europe as far as Tyrrhenia.
So the empire of Atlantis had rule over islands here and over parts of the continent. And they subjected the place within the Pillars of Hercules. This is where they conducted their war. So there you have it, the opposite continent in the dialogues. This is one of the most important clues there is in the dialogues about Atlantis being possibly a real place, because it's completely like on target, on par. If Christopher Columbus would have known, if he would have read the Greeks, he would have known that if he was trying to get to India, he was going to run into a big giant continent in his way. He wasn't going to get to India that way. All he had to do was read the Greeks and believe what it says inside. So that's our video for today. You guys have a good night and day, wherever you are. And I'll see you next time.